Cool, we're live. Already on to the next game. Going straight to, as the image implies, Escape from Butcher Bay. Specifically, the developer's cut of the game, which was actually the very first PC version before Starbreeze put out Assault on Dark Athena. Classic menu and everything. Basically, you could just think of it as like I'm playing the original Xbox version, except way better frame rate and resolution than that version ever managed. So, yeah. Controls at least are still set to what what I left them as last I played when setting this up. So, starting a new game, normal, and go straight into the cutscene that was designed in mind with linking this into the then upcoming Chronicles of Riddick film. The one many people would probably prefer not to remember at all. In fact, I want to say, based on what I remember reading, I think this and a similar cutscene near the end was removed. It was removed from Dark Athena specifically because of the fact that they wanted it to lead into that new campaign instead of the start of the movie that it was tying into in the first place. I mean, all things considered, as far as 2004 pre-rendered game CG cutscenes go, this one ain't too bad.
The dark can't protect you.
You have learned to use your gift well, Riddick. And yet there is such a dark soul lurking behind those magnificent, bright eyes.
These are a courtesy of a slam preacher. Got him a long time ago. Cost me 20 menthols.
Interesting how one chooses to remember the past. You cannot change the truth, Riddick. You cannot escape your destiny.
I can escape anything.
Like Butcher Bay.
Butcher Bay. John. Going to a triple max slam. Butcher Bay. Toughest in the system. So they said. Impossible to escape. But then they'd never met me.
Cool. And now into in-game cutscenes proper, and a major reason for why I like this version of Butcher Bay the best. Just
We're moving again.
this tech and graphic style they landed on in 2004 scales up so well and so much better than the graphical enhancements they added to this with Dark Athena.
You, Riddick, and all else forgiven. And I bank your bounty plus 50.
Plus 50? Now come on, Johns. Greed is an ugly thing.
You're in no position to negotiate, Riddick.
We're landing at Butcher Bay in an hour. Buckle up. Turbulence from an incoming sandstorm is expected.
Statistically, landings are the most dangerous.
You got nothing left to live for, Riddick. I do. Now shut up, would you?
You're already counting, aren't you?
I said shut up.
Your funeral.
Hey, hold it. You go where I say, when I say.
Alright, now into gameplay. So yeah, just... Unfortunately, I wish there was a way to completely disable these F1 prompts for like the little tutorials, because I already know what I have to do anyway. So yeah, I'll probably just end up skipping them as they come up, as annoying as that flashing F1 key is.
Hey, don't fucking move.
Always pick the second option.
Today, Johns, you get fucked.
You don't move until I say so. Hey, hold it. You go where I say, when I say.
I just wanted to look back at you.
Your warning days are over. Step back.
Слушайте, you don't tell me what to do.
And there we go. Like, you can press the use key to, like,
Protection.
and then mash it for the silent neck break. But it's honestly not that, it's not needed. Even in sections where, like, you're expected to be, like, it encourages you to be stealthy, it's not even something that, like, it doesn't really, like, alert everyone to your presence nearly as quickly as you think it will. If they're isolated enough, you just do the quick neck break, it's fine.
You just walked into the wrong place.
Yep. And a little taste of the melee combat. Simple yet satisfying.
Access granted.
Okay.
Look around the corner. See what this piece of meat's up to. I gotta drop him.
And there we go.
I should hide the body. Someone might notice.
Yep. Okay, got the vent tool. Crouch down to pick this dude up. And normally, like, usually when moving bodies, dropping them, like, most people, including myself for the longest time, would always just, like, press the use key again to, like, let them go, like that. But I always forgot this until very recently, that you could just fling them with way more force than you think is possible.
Darkness. I can hide the bodies here.
Yeah. Kind of makes up for the fact that, like, there's no body carrying animation where you just sling it over your shoulder.
There.
It's
Maybe a vent
it's
over
just
there.
dragging them like the dumb little ragdoll they are. It's a little secret passage to like one of the cigarettes, but I already unlocked everything by getting all the cigarettes anyway. So they're here on this profile. But like they're not necessary to get any of like the bonuses, which most have to do honestly with just like promotional stuff with the Chronicles of Riddick movie. Nailed it. Obviously I have to climb up all over again, but yeah, just flinging around for good measure, why not? Man, this game's fun. And it still looks so good like this. Like, full-on HD remastering for this game wasn't even necessary. It just needed, like just higher power, like, tech running it to, like, naturally upscale the game and have the frame rate be a whole lot better.
station. Takes away the hurt, leaves the pain.
Okay. But we don't need that. We're already at, like, full health anyway, just the 4 bars.
Just take the gun.
He said that right after he just blew his skull out with the shotgun. But yeah, that's at least one thing that I'll mark as a bit of a complaint with this game, and the fact that, like, Assault on Dark Athena did technically fix it, is just how, outside of specific moments where the game outright wants you to do, like, a counter, like, quick kill, you're almost never gonna get it intentionally. It's only moments like that where they intentionally lax on the timing to do those kind of counter kills, because they'll throw you into situations where you are literally unarmed and you're going up against someone with a gun and you have to do something to get it from him.
Have to kill him to take it.
Okay. And free shotgun shells. But let's see, can I successfully fling him over the edge and... No. Ah.
Could be a way out.
Well, good enough. Okay. Yep. That's my
Lock.
flashlight.
Not a problem. I'll blast it off. The dark. My favorite.
Okay.
Nothing here. Keep looking.
Nice. Caught him mid-roll. Okay. This is always one of the fun things I like most when playing this game, is the fact that you not only have a lean modifier, but like when you're crouching and leaning, you can hit the attack button to do a little like side roll, little action roll to get into a better position. Oh. Okay.
Inmate who's here.
Ah. And we're done.
Rise and shine, Riddick. Rise and shine, Riddick.
Alas, that is not the end of our escape.
Rise and shine, jackass. Come on, don't act like you're asleep. It's time for you to earn me some money.
You might want to be careful with that, Johns. You could hurt somebody. Butcher Bay. You know, you always take me to the nicest places, Johns.
I heard the food's good as well. Can't say I'm gonna miss you, Riddick.
Then don't. Up, Johns. Looks like that memory's still intact. He don't look all that happy to see you.
My Hoxie's a businessman. Now play nice so we can get this over with quickly.
It's already over, Johns.
Secure your weapon, Johns.
Good to see you too, Warden.
So, the famous Mr. Riddick.
The Hawks.
Dwight
Finally come to
Schultz.
stay, eh? Well, as of this moment, Butcher Bay owns your ass. I own your ass.
He's all yours once I sign him over, Hoxie.
You're not gonna be a problem, are you, Riddick? Because my boys and I like solving problems.
What a great ugly
John
bastard this guy is. I love it.
First time. I gotta agree with him.
Even with Schultz's
Nice try.
like cheesy accents applied to this guy.
Already trying to get under my skin, Riddick.
Be easier if I had something sharp.
Bounty plus 50 on Riddick. Right, Hoxie?
I think Riddick about covers what you owe me, Johns.
There's plenty other slams I can take Riddick to if you can't afford them.
All right. Perhaps we can come to a number, but don't push it, Johns. Extra, no. Riddick stays at Butcher Bay. Period. Full stop. Let's get him processed.
Yes, sir.
Johns. Better luck next time.
Oh, this is a great opening.
All right, pay attention, punk. You are now Butcher Bay prisoner 5421135-2. Remember your number. Remember the rules. My rules. Now listen, there's no outside at Butcher's. Just a whole planet of desert. So check those desires right now, because you will not get out. No one has, no one ever will.
This spiel from Exhibit is so solid. Like, that adds a lot to this whole walk into the prison. Yeah, I just want to say a whole lot more things about, like, my thoughts on stuff that happens during, like, these cutscenes and, like, talking bits, but it's so hard for me to, like, think of much because I just want to listen to these guys.
Don't ask what's contraband. I define it day by day. So spare yourself and carry nothing but lint in those pockets.
But yeah, they got a lot of good actors on this, you know, like, obviously Vin playing the main role of Riddick, but, you know, they got Cole Hauser back for Johns. Michael Rooker's in here, Ron Perlman, obviously Exhibit. And, you know, and they got Dwight Schultz, obviously, as the Hawks. Just real solid voice acting overall in this game. Oh yeah, and of course, who could forget John DiMaggio. I think before they actually got Exhibit to do, like, his opening speech as you're being escorted in, it was actually just a random guard that was voiced by John DiMaggio.
When you drop that fish into his new tank, don't worry, I got bust by the balls. You get your share, Cyrus. 2 cell blocks in this section. A, B. You're in A.
Just something about, like, this aesthetic for PC games at the time.
Thinks his shit don't
Just
stink.
all these cool new, like,
Get the fuck back to your
fancy, like, graphical techniques and, like, shadow lighting tech. And it's just, like, just before a lot of the other lousy sort of graphical techniques that were synonymous with the 360 era started making their way into everything. You know, just all the excessive bloom and, like, bump mapping that was, like, done to the point of making everything look wet and shiny. This, meanwhile, just has, like, a look of, like, yeah, sure, there's bump mapping, but it also has, like, a very sharp and crisp look. Which is helped a lot by the fact that I'm playing this at 1080p and, like, at 60 FPS minimum.
Cleansing routines. An indignity of slam life. Let some mercs think they're in charge. That's their weakness. The foolish belief that they're in control. It'll be their downfall.
Yeah. Weak spot. Right. I only see about, like, talking to as many people as possible.
You're Riddick, right? Well, there's a guy named Madison talking like he knows you. He's in the courtyard just by the pit.
Because I know that, like, last couple times I've played this, I've generally skipped a lot of the NPC conversations. And just by focusing, I can get, that way, I can get through this single max section in about an hour.
It's the Cozart brothers, aka the Torture Twins. Locked down yesterday, managed to get hold of some poor side, obviously.
Yeah, that's fun.
You see this face? All thanks to Molina. Waste him when they open his cell. And I'll make it worth your while.
Maybe.
That is Riddick's way of like being like actually like when saying that he's gonna do something. He doesn't even say an actual yes. He just goes maybe. And then it proceeds to just like loop on itself, even though the dude that's being tortured is supposed to have passed out.
Something for me?
No, can't get involved. Not now.
Okay. Oh, now these two are great.
Why? It'll work.
No fucking way, no! It will never work. And you know why?
No, tell me.
Well, there are two things. First, you are a fucking moron. That's number one. Number two is one simple fact. A fact you know. Things like gravity and hand jobs. Number two is as simple as you are.
I'm not simple.
Then your idea must be brilliant. But it's shit! And why? Wanna hear reason number two? Those rifles the guards carry, they are DNA encoded.
What do you mean?
Well, you know what DNA is, right? Those rifles track your DNA. They won't fire a single damn cap unless you're in the central database, which you aren't.
But what if I could get into that database?
That is a fact. You hear me? Fact. You cannot use the guns. Period.
But what if I could get into that database?
What do you mean get into that database? You can't!
I've seen a map over this place. The database computer's not that far off.
Who the hell told you this?
I forget. I'm simple. Remember?
Oh, great! You're lying, Girish. You're a fucking liar!
Don't want to talk about it? Okay.
What are you looking at? Go play with the twins or something. Oh, hey, wait. You're that new guy, right?
Yeah, you better show some respect.
I don't do favors. But tell me anyway.
Listen. The moment Molina's lockdown expires, I wanna see him dead. Dead and killed. That's what I want you to do. You come back to me when he's dead.
Yeah, so we basically got like two different like sources for the Kill Molina side quest.
New guy. If I were you, I'd get a shiv. Wanna live? Get a shiv.
It's a pretty good tagline, all things considered.
We ain't gonna get any weapons.
True, you need to be Jagger Valance to get that close with the guards.
Is Jagger dealing guns? I don't believe you. Drugs? Yeah, sure, but guns?
It sure does.
Hell no.
Hey, I know about Jagger, and it's a fact.
Welcome to the stream, Gav.
Oh, look who's talking!
Yeah, look who's talking. The simple guy. The one who don't bark facts this and facts that. You're such a smart ass.
Okay. I'm gonna shut the hell up.
Thank you, asshole.
Yeah, you two have fun. You have fun in there. Yep. Prison rules. Shiv is law and cigarettes. Cigarettes pay for everything.
Well, there's always the pit. But to tell you the truth, Jack, you're here because you didn't pay your damn lawman in the first place.
You got that right. And it applies to all of us. Hey, what's this fuss about Crazy Flyer?
He's going on and on about busting out and claims he's actually found a way. That crazy bastard will
Yeah, that's all right.
kill himself and get us all a month of runner lockdown.
Well, somebody should stop him. For our own good. Unless Crazy Flyer is not so crazy.
What, you think he's really got something going? A real plan?
worth sniffing around for details.
Yeah, well, that's where the devil lives. In the details.
Alright, now into the courtyard proper.
The pit. Looks like a way out.
I do love how just by listening to everyone, not even engaging in conversations, like, you either hear people or you hear Riddick himself just take note of things that you're clearly going to take advantage of just to make your escape.
I knew you'd come eventually. Listen, Riddick. Rust pulls all the strings in this block. Personally, I don't much care for that. He's a thorn in my side. You want my help, Riddick? Remove the thorn. Get Rust.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to dealing with Rust eventually.
New fish in the tank. How do you like it here, Riddick?
I don't.
Name's Red. Tell me, Riddick, how did it feel when you killed your first one?
It's between me and him.
In Butcher Bay, some men kill for nothing but pleasure.
You know, there are worse reasons.
Some, like Rust, I'd be happy to see them.
Because of how hilariously dark this whole universe is, like, that's the beauty of Riddick's one-liners, is that they all, like, they toe the line so definitely of, like, trying to be cool action man, like, one-liners and, like, snarky quips. They're basically both. That have, like, a huge, like, dark humor bent.
Talking about me? Never wise.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I heard you were coming. You're going to want a shiv and I can get you one. Check my bunk and you'll find one. It's yours.
Alright, whatever you say, man. Oh yeah, this conversation.
PPPs? Are you shitting me? If it wasn't for Rust, we'd be in full-scale war by now. But the fucker's holding back until prices are rocketing.
So we're stuck 2 more weeks without any shit? Oh, this is turning into goddamn dry land.
Relax, my man. I got the shit of your dreams. The flowers of doom. Almost a full K.
I don't want your shit. I need some real shit. You know, alpha shit.
It does, yeah. And this is technically the version before Starbreeze made Assault on Dark Athena. Like, yeah. And like I kind of mentioned it like at the start that like I'm not very particularly fond of like Dark Athena's graphical enhancements they applied to Butcher Bay. Though I do think in the case of the Dark Athena campaign, like the updated graphics that they put together definitely fit that campaign's aesthetic. But this, it's like, this to me is one of those games that I feel is emblematic of that period of time. Oh, Donsonite, thanks for the follow. But yeah, it's like this game to me is in that same category of stuff like Doom 3 or Half-Life 2 or Fear, where it's like the period of mid-2000s PC games that were pushing graphics, but like still just before 360 and PS3 hit it off. Oh. Okay, no. Let's see if I can avoid... Okay, good. Oh, okay, got the first one down. Yeah. Do rapid side left right punches, and then finish with uppercut in the straight. Huh. Works every time.
Works for Rust, but he'll turn when I tighten the screws.
Mm-hmm. Very 05-06 look.
Score some shit. Hey, cool down. You know that ain't happening, man. Now you sure you don't want any of my shit?
It's only making it worse. It's making so much more worse. I just need to score badly.
Calm the hell down. I had enough of you. Calm down.
You're facing the wrong guy, buddy. Do I look like the kind of guy who needs to score some drugs? Yeah, you keep cycling your dialogue.
Hey, let me explain. It was Rust. He forced me to. But but I knew those goons were no match for you. I'll get you a shift to set things right. You have my word.
Cross me again, and I'll have your life. Talk.
I don't know anything. Not compared to Haley. He's been here for ages. Used to be a guard. Let me set things straight. I'll bring that shift to your cell. Just go there and wait.
Cool. Okay. Oh, man. Alright, on to another cutscene.
I got the shift you wanted, Riddick.
And it has everyone's favorite voice actor.
You think you're doing, Madsen? You dealing without my approval?
You're in my cell.
You need a blade. You come to me.
I said, you're in my cell.
What? Wrong. All these cells belong to the Aquilians, including this one. Now, you ain't paid me for that shank, so it ain't yours.
Come take it.
You got a hearing problem. I said everything I see belongs to me.
See this? It belongs to me.
Release him, Riddick.
I appreciate that the detail on Rust's little skull cap, that it has the initials for bad motherfucker. Even though he just looks like such a tool.
I thought you were the big dog, Russ. Maybe he's more your size.
Yes, sir, Mr. Abbott.
You are messing with the natural order of things, Riddick. And when that happens, well, as you can see, people can get hurt.
Or worse.
Indeed. And we don't want that.
Speak for yourself.
True that. The only tools out there that would wear something like that is like if they're trying to prove something that they're clearly not. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, at this point, it's like Russ's whole deal is that he just answers to Abbott.
They just pretended to run the show, but everyone knew they fed on crumbs. Crumbs that fell from Abbott's table.
Rust is waiting for you in the Achilles block. He won't stop till you're dead, so you better find a weapon. Waman can help.
It's actually a lie. Waman really doesn't help. He just gives you, I think, like some cigarettes or whatever for killing Molina, which is something that you were already gonna do anyway. Because speaking of which, here he is right now.
I don't know what you're after, okay? But Haley knows how things work here. Check the courtyard.
Yeah, I already talked with him. Right now I need to get my murder boner on, and you're up. And... oh yeah. So yeah, we're not really getting a new weapon from Waman specifically because we just got one from this dude. We could at least tell him that it's done.
Shall I tell you what that bastard Molina did to me? It's so much I don't even know where to start. But this is for you. Thanks.
Yep, another pack of smokes. Alright. Now to actually deal with Rust proper. And as an FYI, yes, this is being played on normal. I technically wanted to be a big man about it like months ago and like play through this game on hard. And like I was able to get through like the single max section mostly fine. But it definitely got a bit tedious after a while, like as I was getting through like the second act of the game. So normal it is, like, yeah. I imagine hard would have been more manageable if the game's counter system actually worked and was worth something. But no, it's just the timing on it in all cases except for a few is so stupidly tight that it's practically luck if you get it. Could cause hallucinations. Okay, luckily this guy's got a shiv, so we gotta take it from him. And there we go. I forget which of like the different melee weapons you get are like considered the best of the bunch, but I know that like a detail with this game is that all the different shivs and blunt objects you get, even the various knuckle dusters and whatnot, are actually like, they have different stats to them. Which is interesting, all things considered. Though not nearly as important when you realize that like you can just do a lot of established efficient combos to like just down them so quickly, keep them from actually getting the chance to land a lot of hits on you.
Get ready to die, Riddick.
Yeah. Although stuff like that can happen where like characters like Rust or other like notable NPCs will just have like attacks that power through your hits for like arbitrarily.
This is Akita territory.
Okay. Oh, no. Okay. Come on. Yeah. Down to 1 health square left, but this is fine. There we go. Fortunately, I know that there's like a health refill on the way out of here, so it's not a big deal. We're not coming back here anyway.
So this is a beast of Butcher Bay, huh? Head of the Aquilian gang.
Rip Steve Bloom.
Looks like I need a new rooster. You interested? They respect you now, Riddick. I can make things easier. Say something. I take that as a no. Saying no to me is not the kind of mistake you want to make. Out here.
Oh, yep. Grab the screwdriver shiv while we're at it.
Stay the fuck away from me.
Will not replace regular grass. And it's called just regular grass. Yeah. I'm not really gonna be going out of my way to, like, show where all the cigarettes are. But the ones I do pick up is, like, they're worth it just for whatever funny things they got. Like, on the description.
That was something, man.
Yeah. Embryo 69. Don't smoke while being pregnant.
I got one down.
Yeah, it probably is space weed. Stuff like that always serves to remind me just how much needles upset me. Even if it's for something that's supposed to heal you. I mean, for hell, like, so much of everything in here is so grimy. I feel like the needles that come out of that thing would have an equal amount of, like, chances of, like, giving you something, some other disease, on top of it trying to heal you.
No more rest. And no illusions, eh, Riddick? Abbott will find another to take his place. Still, we owe you for a few days of quiet, if not peace. Here's a little something for your troubles, son.
Oh, yeah. Always good to get some UDs. Probably gets disinfected when it retracts or something. It probably does, yeah.
I heard you rejected Abbott. That's integrity. So, I'll keep my word. What do you want to know about?
The pit. Looks like a way out.
Way out? Sure. Raise some hell, and they throw you down. If you manage to stay alive, there's supposed to be a way into Pigsville from down there. But it's never been done.
I like a challenge.
Well, then, Pigsville's your place. Staff quarters, and you can get to the spaceport hangars from there. But you would need a rifle.
And they're all DNA encoded.
Yeah, and you'll fry if you touch them. And the DNA databank is deep inside the mainframe area, past the infirmary.
So I just walk in, huh?
No, you gotta crawl. There is a passage from the infirmary that I think connects to the mainframe. Oh, and if you want to get through the infirmary gates, there's this hack. Name's Boulder. He owes me $150. Talk to him.
Cool. Yeah, I'm sure it's pretty. Okay. Last thing to go and see before heading into the infirmary is talking to this guy again.
Thanks for wasting Molina. This is for you.
It's a item that I still forget exactly. Right, it's a secret code, which fortunately you don't even need to know what the code is. It's just it basically lets you like open a certain door in the infirmary.
Get that money from you, Riddick. You screwed my bet on Russ when you downed him.
You screwed yourself by betting against me. Now, the infirmary.
Man, you look like how I feel, like shit. Okay, go on through. Hurry up.
Thanks. I'm sure the results of what I do in here will not lead to the inevitable death of every single inmate and guard on this level of the prison. Because that's more or less what happens every time Riddick starts racing havoc here. Each time he's working to escape. There's always going to be casualties. It's basically like him coming here is just an omen that everyone's going to die. Alright, get over here, buddy.
Stay away or I'll blow your head off. I've got a runner here. Code Red. Die now! Ready to die?
Yeah. Okay, come on. There we go. A little security code, but we can, of course, open this right over here. Which gets us the scalpel. And another pack of smokes. Dr. Fuleur. Warning. Not endorsed by real doctors. At least in like the, what is this, 26th, 27th century? At least they've had enough time that like the knowledge of like, yes, cigarettes are like bad for your health still sticks all these centuries later. Okay. Yep. Okay. The space weed is different in the future. Yeah. Space weed, but at least it's legal. Well, maybe not. Probably legal with like a huge asterisk, depending on where it's sourced. And now we got 5 squares instead of 4. Yeah. This part of the single max section is definitely where things start to get especially fun. Just because we're coming up on when we're gonna start to use guns again. And it's one of the best guns the game could give you, which is unfortunately not when you get access to again afterwards. Okay. Wait for him to pass. And then... Like so. Take his money and go. Oh, yeah. Now this part, though, of this little stealth trek, I always found a bit dumb, kind of how, like, as soon as I cross underneath that grating, it's always going to alert him no matter, like, which direction he's facing, no matter how slow I move. Because that's also supposed to coincide with the trigger that the rest of the cell blocks are now starting to riot. Oh! Okay. I stand corrected. There actually is a way to get under there without him, like, unloading on you. But I guess I just had to wait that one time. Never mind. New tech. New tech in the Escape from Butcher Bay speedrunning community. Is there a speedrunning community for this game? I would not be surprised. You could get through things pretty quickly, even if you're just ignoring, like, all the side quests and, like, conversations, obviously. They'll be curious to see what sort of out of bounds glitches and strats that they got going. Okay, I know that there's a guard that's supposed to come around this corner. I don't know if it's triggered by me walking forward until he starts coming in or not. Oh, screw it. Oh, this works. Yeah, that corner works as well. Yeah. Alright. Now we're coming up on the databank. And we're gonna get our assault rifle. This is fun because if there's one thing I found beneficial from the brief time I spent playing this game on hard mode is realizing that, like, this game has a dynamic lighting system. And, like, it obviously encourages you to stay in the shadows. But it's so easy to forget most of the time that you can shoot out the lights and it makes your own shadows for you. And that's what I'm gonna do as soon as I get my gun. Can I land on this guy? Yes! Alright, fall damage averted. Yeah. So, oh yeah, that's right, I should also... Yeah. Yeah, this version of the game has quick saves, which is nice. You know what doesn't have quick saves? The PC version of Dark Athena. I have no idea why they had to cut that out. On top of the fact that, for whatever reason, I just can't get Dark Athena to run on PC. On my PC, at least.
Security breach in mainframe area. Possible breakout attempt.
There we go. Yeah. Total darkness. Now can I...
Sound the alarm!
And got him. Got both. Nice. Okay. Saved a little bit of money there. Or not money. I saved the ammo, definitely. So now I just get to... I get a little extra surprise for these guys right there. Like so. Yeah. Shooting in this game, I can definitely say the thing about it is that it has real great kinesthetics. But boy, does it punish you for just holding the button full auto. Like, that laser sight is helpful, but it does not indicate that your shots are going to be accurate every time if you just keep dumping. And... oh, yep. Yeah, see just how much, like, those bullets were, like, missing? Yeah, it pretty much needs you to, like, crouch for a lot of this. And the music that kicks in during this is like... It's weird. I recall someone like in another Discord I'm in who was playing this game a while ago mentioned how kind of bizarre feeling the music was, because a lot of it feels like it could exist in literally any summer blockbuster movie of this time frame. Like, not even like Chronicles of Riddick specifically, because that was coming out at the time. It's like it is both distinct to this game, yet at the same time weirdly generic. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm trying to... Nope, you're not gonna get me. Okay. Yeah. You definitely think that, like, with this level of darkness early on before you get the eye shine, that it would be kind of a pain to, like, navigate without alerting everyone. And you're right. But it's still fun to do this. Oh, right. I keep forgetting that I have offhand melee with the guns. I'm always so much more used to it when it's, like, with actual melee weapons. I could have just hit him with the butt of the rifle.
Security breach in mainframe area. Runner is Riddick. Prisoner 5421136.
It definitely does, yeah. Anyway, I'm actually gonna switch to the pistol, because I at least know that because this is a single-shot weapon, it is much more preferable to use if your goal is to get headshots. Well, except when they're firing at you, and... yeah. Didn't work that time. Okay. The eye shines really good. Like, oh, that headshot worked so nice. Okay. Let me unzoom that. Now, I know that dude's gonna be hiding around. Yep, okay. Got him. I'm actually gonna go back and use that med station.
Grenade! Take cover!
Love how the needles just shrink until vanish. Yeah. Makes you wonder, like, how retractable they are, or, like, how deep inset into the wall that those things are. Yeah, instead of a proper retract animation. And... oh! That was a lucky single shot. I wasn't even aiming at, like, the head that time. Okay. Yeah, since the med station looks so thin. That's probably how I always assumed that it was designed. Yeah. You take damage real easily in this game. And this is on normal, which, like, lets you know how kind of busted playing on hard is. We putting more thought into the med station than the devs. Yeah, the only thought that the devs put into making that was to try and make it look as painful and uncomfortable as possible. Because this is the world of Riddick. And you know what? They succeeded on that front. Okay. This next arena is pretty noticeable. Not noticeable. It's very notable just because of the final enemy we faced during this. Got it. Okay. Whole lot of explosions. And a nice headshot. You know, in a weird way, the inaccuracy of, like, firing your gun makes you appreciate it even more when you get, like, a good headshot. You know? Because you can still see, like, the tracer from the bullet when it does go through. So when it connects, it feels just all the more rewarding. Okay. Now this guy has just made a complete joke when you fight him, because you just run circles around the poor bastard like this. He's like, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you. No, you're not. You never will. There's even lines where, like, if you get him enough times, he goes, "Stop it! I can't hit you when you're behind me!" Seems like there's a hidden accuracy stat that goes up as you stay still. That definitely seems to be the intent, like, especially with the multi-levels of zoom that you get and how it goes away when you start moving. I think the intent very much is it wants you to stay still, potentially crouching with zoom, and, like, being very accurate and deliberate with your shots. Granted, when you have a shotgun as good as this, you know, that still gives you room to go around and, like, just run and gun people. Yeah. There's enough options. But yeah, it's just, but still, it's the sort of thing where, for better or for worse, as you go through the game, your arsenal of weapons never gets any bigger. You always, like, because they always take away your guns at some point, and, like, some guns you just never get back. The assault rifle is especially the one that, like, stands out to me in that regard. Yeah, I never played it on the original Xbox when it, like, came out at the time. Like, I knew about its existence, and mainly because of the fact that, like, I knew people that at school that were, like, watching, like, we watched the Chronicles of Riddick. And it took me a while to kind of, because I'd heard about the game, but it took me a while to actually, like, put two and two together that, like, that movie and this game were not the same. Yeah, and it was only until, like, years later, once I got a Xbox for my own and soft modded it, that I was, like, I finally played through the game then. And it's interesting, but it's very tough. It's very rough, technically, in all fairness. Reason being, you know, it's low resolution and frame rate. And the thing about the resolution especially is that, so one thing that the original Xbox version employs is dynamic resolution scaling. Yeah, you shut up. I'm trying to explain something about this game. Let me shut him up. There we go. Okay. So yeah, as I was saying, it's like, well before other games these days would, like, use, like, the similar technique, this game had dynamic resolution scaling as you would play. It's something that, like, I definitely noticed that, like, not only would it make the game more fuzzy in certain, like, places, but it also led to situations where, like, the frame rate was also unlocked, so you could get situations where you're going through vents, and if there's not a whole lot of light source going on, you can get it to run at 60 FPS for, like, a brief moment. It's kind of silly. Fortunately, when we're in the dark, these security cam turrets cannot see us. Did any other games of that era have a dynamic resolution? I'm not sure. I would not be surprised if maybe it was something that was, like, employed on, like, Half-Life 2 or something, because I know that game, like, that was notable even before the Orange Box, like, its first console version was on the OG Xbox, but I don't know, I've never played that version. Yeah. If there was any other games from that time that used dynamic resolution scaling, it was definitely probably going to be something that was, like, Western made. Maybe Counter-Strike. It probably, yeah. Hard to say. I'd have to go back through a whole lot of the different, like, notable OG Xbox games to figure it out. Okay. Back downstairs. Yeah. It feels so comforting in this game when you just, like, place the whole area in total darkness. Okay. And there's one last camera gun turret right around this corner.
Lock. Need to calm the hacks into opening it.
Oh, still kill them. Yeah. There's no saving any of these prisoners when they're being chased. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Alright. That's taken care of.
Hey, we're done. Open up.
Oh, yeah. Now, this next part is definitely... It's very simple, but it's still very memorable as far as, like, shift in tone that the game decides to go with. What's that? I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the overbearing, dramatic blockbuster music. Oh, whatever. Oh, yeah. One of my favorite scenes with one of the best lines. Because it's very true.
It ain't the fall that gets you. It's a sudden stop at the bottom.
It's true. At least he was fortunate enough to have someone to cushion the fall. But now, we're in mutant territory. This part, I remember like seeing footage of and it making me pretty tense. Yeah. Yeah, only Vin could really say that. Only he could get away with saying the amount of things that he does in this and making it sound somewhat cool. Is there? No, I don't think that's the right way. I forget. Yeah. I gotta keep going this way until I find the ramp downwards. Or, no. Oh, shoot. I'm completely forgetting. Yeah, it's been long enough since I touched this game that, like, before I could just go straight to, like, the, to where the downward ramp is that I need to go. Oh yeah, there's this hole right here. Because we gotta find ourselves a valve.
Estimated time to failure.
Yeah. Admittedly, these things look goofy, but, like, I still remember, like, when I, like, even before playing, saw footage of this like online from earlier in the game. Like I thought that this looked pretty tense, because the whole idea, you know, you got these things that are endlessly coming down the corridors. You got limited amount of ammo and limited amount of flashlight. But yeah, the thing about like how like Vin could really only say that one-liner and like make it work. I'd even extend it as far to say like only Vin with his character could make this entire series work the way that it did. I mean, some of the Chronicles of Riddick movie notwithstanding, because of just how absolutely schlocky that thing is. But it's like Pitch Black is the sort of thing where like that movie would have been the most forgettable sci-fi movie possible if it wasn't for the fact that Vin was in it. Yeah.
You won't survive long dripping blood. The dwellers will smell it. He told
I only remember the scene when he spins a knife. Yeah.
Come. We must travel.
Oh yeah, that's right. I think I know the bit you're talking about. It's early on.
You need that gaze.
Yeah, it's like something about like the balance, but that like it's a bit more weighted on one end than he'd prefer. Yeah. Oh, whatever. Yeah, Chronicles of Riddick is a bad movie. It was definitely another casualty of Hollywood just like forcing certain movies that deserve to be R-rated into PG-13 territory.
He spoke to me.
But I won't fault that. But I won't fault the movie for giving the best kill that Riddick ever does with a teacup.
Can you stitch me or not?
Yes. But first, get me back.
And then, like, not even just the fact that he kills a dude with that cup, but then proceeds to get a sardine tin can and imply that he's gonna kill the next dude with that. It's like, as ridiculous as that sounds, you believe he could do it.
The light you need, and those shotgun shells with the power.
Yeah. Okay. Gotta go back down, pick up a voice box, which is really like just like a radio thing, or just like a tape recorder or whatever. That's like just playing audio that's pre-recorded, I guess. The thing that actually stood out to me that is like another reference to like the greater like Riddick universe in the movies was that because like the Pope Joe's voice box doesn't get subtitles, so like I was never really always able to catch every word. But one thing that I was able to catch on recent playthroughs was realizing that it mentions the name New Mecca, which is like a key point in like one of the characters' journey in Pitch Black, where it's like Keith David's character specifically. Oh yeah, do not smoke while sleeping. Yeah, that should be like a no shit kind of thing. But yeah, like Keith David's character in Pitch Black was like a Muslim preacher going to a place called New Mecca. And that's also featured early on in the Chronicles of Riddick movie. I think that's actually at least one detail when I look back on like the Riddick series where kind of understanding more about like other beliefs and religions and whatnot a lot better than what most people would believe through the typical American lens. It was kind of nice to kind of see like, yeah, even in the far future, like Islam's still around and there's at least like a new sort of big religious gathering place for them to convene in the galaxy. Like I thought that was kind of a neat detail. Okay, but now it's time to get our eye shine. Space Hajj, totally.
I knew you'd come, Riddick. I knew it. It has all been foretold. The pain will be with you for a long time. Embrace it, and it will serve you well.
Payne and I are old friends.
Old friends, yeah. Probably even since he was young.
Joe.
Since his whole, like, backstory was even as an infant, he, like, got almost strangled by his own umbilical cord. As if that whole idea wasn't, like, edgelord sounding enough. But whatever, like, so are the necromongers as a whole. I kind of still appreciate the idea for how, like, dumb and almost out of place it feels with, like, the rest of, like, the core setup for this universe. I would not be surprised if part of the inspiration was just for the necromongers was the idea just had to have come out of one of Vin Diesel's, like, D&D sessions and adapted to a sci-fi setting or something. Because it really does just turn that whole universe into, like, dark Star Wars at some point. Like, it's just space fantasy.
So I'm going to give you a gift. Yes.
Kind of cool Art Deco style with the, I guess, to a degree.
Your world is about to get more colorful.
Oh, you're destined for great things, Riddick. I get visions. They are never wrong. It is beautiful. I see you being surrounded by much suffering and... what did you do?
Just need your... just can't fix your arm. Please.
I'd like...
So yeah, this was always the moment that if you had seen Pitch Black beforehand, you know that this was the real truth between how he got his eye shine. He was right about the Slam Preacher, but he didn't have to pay 20 menthols to get it, nor did he even have to touch his eyes to begin with. But yeah. We got our eye shine now. And we don't even need the flashlight anymore. It's a pretty solid, like, moment of empowerment at this point in the game. And as easy as it would be for, like, the, it'd be way cooler if it was some back alley Doc rub space sandpaper on your eyes and you get it, though. Maybe, yeah. That's probably what Kira ended up finding, or Jack as she was called in Pitch Black. Back when she was pretending to be a boy, and it was only really found out in the movie that she was a girl because, like, Riddick just was able to catch on to the fact that she was menstruating at the time.
Narcland.
Yeah.
The spaceport hangars should be up ahead. Better to stay low and unnoticed.
Okay. So yeah, we know what to do. And this part is always fun because the first time you play through it, it's always easy to think, oh yeah, just run through and shoot everything. But no, it's like, with the exception of this whole shower bathroom area, you can get through the next couple areas by actually just disguising yourself and not drawing any suspicion to yourself. I'll take that gun. You are clearly not responsible enough to use it. Easy headshot. Can I? Yes, I can. All right. Actually, you know, I definitely did not alert any of the guards in the outside hall, I think, so I wonder if I can just go straight to, like, equipping the disguise right now.
The wolf moves among sheep.
Alright. We'll see if this works, actually, because normally when I get through this, I already make so much of a commotion that it already attracts a few of the guards that are, like, right outside of, like, of like this bathroom locker area and into the hallway. Actually, I'm gonna double check in here to see. Oh yeah, there's an assault rifle, but that's assuming I can actually pick it up. Can I, please? No? Yeah. It's funny, the only way that you could actually, like, reasonably grab the stuff out of those lockers if you just shoot all the locker doors and they fall off. It's kind of dumb. That's, like, just one of the areas where, like, the item detection for picking them up with the use key just fails you for whatever reason. Because there's too many other interactables that are too close. Okay. Now we'll see. None to see here, boys. Just passing along. It's all good. Yeah. Alright, that worked. That was awesome. That was a stream first. Typically, I'd have to kill everyone in that hallway first and then get to the skies.
They dragged this Riddick to the pit, but he jumped and took some rookie down with him. Abbott was furious, man.
No kidding. I saw him a half an hour ago. He was heading to his billet. Everyone gave him a wide path.
Stress is gonna get him.
Alright.
Get you out of there? After you apologize.
Maybe.
Well, you guys gotta bully John DiMaggio like that. Come on. I love how, like, this is really the ultimate reward for not going into this area guns blazing, is that you just get to... Because we're not gonna get any more of, like, the prisoner conversations in single max. So now you just get to hear incidental dialogue and conversations from the guards, and you realize just that they are just as much assholes of their own right. It's great. Yeah. But like, this isn't even like the full breadth of like the disguises we can get. There's one more in this area. And it's by taking a brief detour, a little side passage into the armory. Oh. Oh wait, that's right. Shoot. Oh. Dang it. This is... Now I remember why I generally, like, killed everyone in that outside hallway. It's because it made it easier for me to, like... Because there's, like, an optional room where you can get a vent tool. But no. Actually... You know, it actually kind of doesn't matter because we're going to have to, like, trigger an enemy to spawn anyway that'll try and kill us. So, yeah. We'll get less armor in this, but whatever. I've done this game on normal plenty of times. It should be fine. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? This is fine. I don't care. We got like 5 full magazines in the assault rifle. That's more than enough for the end of this. Fortunately, when we pass through here, the alert phase ends, and at least I don't think... Yeah, that's right. They won't lift a finger against us in this case.
What can I do for you, sir?
Yeah. What time is it? Oh yeah, we're an hour and 20 minutes in. We're coming up on like the end of the first act, as it were. Yeah. Which is about, like, what I expected it to, because, again, like, if you're just breezing through everything, you could totally beat this first section of the game in under an hour.
Where's Abbott?
You going to Abbott? I got a package for him. You could deliver it, huh?
I'll give it to him.
Good. Here's the package.
Yeah. Just the package. Nothing fancy about it. The package is space weed. It's space weed inside of a gun. Because Abbott's a bit of a gun nut. Give it a good sniff.
You have some liquor, huh?
I'll give you 50 UDs.
I don't have what you want.
Oh, right. Actually, you know what? Like, having some extra money is still good regardless. So, I'm actually gonna head back down and get some liquor, because you can get some on the first floor, and then I'll give it to that guy. Give it to Chancellor. I believe it's this dude over here.
Yeah, they're all the same. First they tell you how much they need you, then when you look away... Anyway, you can take this.
Thanks, buddy. Cheers. Yeah, give it a good sniff, check the quality. Okay. Yeah. It's funny, when I was doing this, I was actually thinking I would be able to find ways to, like, extend this first section to fill 2 hours, but, like, it's looking to be just an hour and a half.
Liquor, huh?
And I think if that's the case, I'll do a little bit of double max once we get there, just to give an idea of, like, what's coming up, and then we'll save the rest of that for, like, the second stream.
Sure.
Yeah, hair of the dog. This whole damn planet just sweats the life out of you. In the last 10 days, 4 inmates hanged themselves on my watch. Compared to butchers, the end of a rope don't look so bad.
Yeah. So yeah, money and some cigs. Will only taste okay combined with alcohol. Huh. I'd not be surprised if people had already tried that with cigarettes today. Though the way I'm imagining by combined is more like them literally just soaking the thing in the alcohol, then smoking it. Alright.
Tell me what's going on? I don't want to talk about it. Let it fucking go.
Well, yeah, one thing I actually had not been really showing off, which you could do earlier in the check up here, is that you can just ring these doorbells. Sometimes you get nothing, sometimes you get little, like, bits of, like, lines like that. Alright, Bender, jeez.
Tell Backman I'm sick. I won't be in on the game tonight.
You'd almost want to feel sympathy for these guards, considering how crappy the conditions are for this prison, and even the workers. But nah, honestly, screw them. They deserve it. But I was told to tell you that that guy wasn't going to be able to, like, go to the game tonight or something. Whatever, who cares? You're all probably going to die anyway. You do you. Alright. Enough messing around. Let's actually get to Abbott and give him his space weed. His space weed rifle. It's a rifle that shoots space weed. I'm busy. So you are.
Maybe, but I understand it. Me and Conroy always get the worst shifts. I've seen Conroy drinking hard.
It's the best type of rifle. I agree.
Seems inevitable. They drop one by one.
Talking to the bottle.
Yeah, at least the bottle doesn't talk back.
Yeah, that's true. It probably would count as a space bong. Oh, this conversation's good.
Problem if you're drawing that much attention at Butcher's. You seen him?
Nah, just heard what he looks like. Kind of like that guy.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I know, totally. It's a weird coincidence. Okay, yeah. Anyway, package for Abbott. Yo, dog, I heard you like weed, so I put weed in your weed so you can smoke weed while you smoke weed, or whatever. Meme was already played out, but it's still kind of fun to do.
Finally,
Yep. Here's your space weed. Alright, come on. You know, I still got a shotgun, so... yeah. 2 shots to finish the job, and it's done. And that's single max.
How long you been here?
Long enough.
Yeah.
Even though Abbott's a cocksucker, I'm going to suggest strongly that you not kill him. At least not until I get my plus 50. Now,
I do appreciate they got Cole Hauser back for Johns in this.
Not bad, John.
But if there's one thing that is clearly a sign of, you know, the limitations of mid-2000s graphics is that they could not get they couldn't get John's hair to look exactly like it did in Pitch Black. You know, where it was definitely a lot more curly, as opposed to how slick combed it looks here.
I should just have them put slugs in.
Though you could probably justify that as, you know, this is like years before Pitch Black, but whatever.
Oxy. It was just a matter of time when I was going to bring Riddick back to you.
At least in this and Pitch Black, they do not shy away from showing that Johns was always a scumbag. He's greedy and a dope addict. Well, morphine specifically, but yeah.
Negotiating. Call me crazy. I think he wants to hold out for more.
You could be right. 22%. I'll take it. What do you say? 22%.
Nobody steals my property from my house, Johns. Now get the fuck out of my slam.
You got it. All right, Oxy.
What to do? What to do? I've got entire regions rioting. My slam has become a damn war zone. I'm losing men faster than I can replace them, and all of this unrest, well, it began soon after you arrived, Riddick.
Could be a coincidence.
Oh, don't sell yourself short. I can see why you've earned your rep. You almost killed my second in command today.
Just working my way to the top.
Even more reason for me to bury you deep. I'm sending you to the mines, Riddick. Down below the surface, where the sun never shines. You'll be the target of every Khan looking to make his bones with the Aquilans. I expect things could get ugly.
I'll be disappointed if they don't.
Alright. Oh, man. Double Max is so good. Though it's definitely, like, a lot longer as well compared to the average time it takes to get through Single Max. There's just so many parts to it. And technically more in this version because this was actually where the developer's cut for PC added an extra section. Like an extra mini level as kind of like, I guess you could call it padding, but I feel like that's like too, the too negative of a term, I guess, for it, because it doesn't feel like it's extending it more than it should be. Like, it's just like a short, brief respite that gives you something different to do. And there's a lot of different things to do in here.
Oh, man. Oh, man, no.
The security turrets were a real crowd pleaser. respect everyone except the janitors. Usually you take...
No one respects the janitors in space. At least in this universe. People look at it with the same dumb attitude of it being like, oh, but if there wasn't all these horrible messes to clean up, would what would that put janitors? It's like, no, ideally you would want them to have to still do the minimal amount to clean up because you should not be making these messes in the first place. Alright. Let's head on down.
Get inside.
I can do this.
Oh. Everyone knows someone who's like that. Yeah. And I definitely felt a lot more, like, aversion to that general sentiment once I had hit my absolute limit on how much I could stand working in retail. I think it actually happened when I was, like, with one of my family members, like, yeah, like, doing, like, some clothes shopping or whatever. And, okay. Oh, I had no... that was weird. I thought the scripting broke for a second, but no. But yeah, as I was saying, it was like... That point was brought up mainly in terms of, like, if, like, we were gonna, like, take the cart out to, like, where the car is and just kind of, like, put it in the, like, in the, just, like, have someone, like, go out to get it eventually. And it's like, no, we don't have that much to carry on top of this. We can just, like, take it and just put the cart back with everything else and, like, save the poor courtesy clerk the trouble, you know? Especially because I had to do that shit.
I know some things you'd want to know.
So yeah, even if it's their job, like, don't feel like you have to just dump everything on them.
Getting out of Max is one thing. After you show above ground, some even think you're gonna push Jagger Valance down. But double Max is quite another. People are watching you.
They never see me coming. Till it's too late.
Jagger is the one down here. So far. Point is,
I agree. Yeah.
Look at the circle over there.
And it typically takes having to work at that level to really, like, have the sort of, like, have the sort of sympathy needed to try and, like, push for that, for a different outlook. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alright. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. I mean, it at least helps for my sake that, like, when I do grocery shopping, it's like, I never really try and, like, get as much as I can that will last me for weeks. Like, even if that would have been, like, more cost-effective in the long term, I always just end up grabbing what I can reasonably carry, like, in my hands or in at maximum 2 bags. And of course, ideally bags that are, like, for myself. And once that's done, it's like, I just try and leave with putting things back as close to where I left them and just save everyone the trouble. Heck, it's part of why I always, like, use, like, the self-checkout, because, like, I don't want to bother the cashiers. I already feel sympathy for, like, all the other shit that they probably had to put up with checking out everyone else's orders. Why should they have to deal with mine?
Set it up.
A fight will cost you 5 UDs.
So here's the core idea starting out in Double Max. We get a whole bunch of, like, fist fights that we get to do.
Slam rules. So you have to
They're pretty fun overall.
I suggest Herman, the blue skin at the gate. Challenge him, then come back here.
Yeah. Centurion's design overall is a bit goofy, admittedly, but I guess I guess it makes enough sense for like a fight ring initiator, organizer, whatever you want to call it. Aficionator, sure, we'll go with that. Anyway, we're gonna goad this guy into getting to the ring so we can just murder him.
I get past.
That sounds like a challenge. Let Centurion know I'm ready to beat the shit out of you.
Likewise. Okay. Okay, this is also another thing where, like, I like to make quick saves here just because, one thing I can say is that behind that door next to the guard, there is a med station. Which is good to use if you get out of a fight and you've lost a couple pips of health. Unfortunately, it does not refill over time. Like, you use all 4 pips from the station, it's done for good.
Great, you have a challenge.
It was part of the reason why I stopped my playthrough of this game on hard mode, because it was getting way too annoying trying to get through these fights without losing even 1 pip. Do not talk about Fight Club. Wait, wrong movie. Alright. Oh yeah, have a good night. I'll probably be ending this pretty soon as well. Maybe like in a few minutes or something. I'll do a little exploring of the rest of like the prison yard. And then I'll save the rest of Double Max, or most of the rest of it for next time. Ideally Monday. That's at least when I plan to try and stream more regularly. But yeah, you have a good night, Gev.
$5, and I'll suggest a new fighter. You win the show, you're $20 richer.
Bring me the next one.
Next is Basim. You'll find him in the courtyard.
Cool, okay. Yeah, I'll show around what the courtyard looks like, challenge Basim, kill him, and then I think that will be it, because there's plenty of side quests we can do that I'll save for next stream. I always love that bit. No fucking in the recreation area. And you can clearly tell, looking at that text, that someone had, like, etched out one of the letters just so it would make it look like that. Just good old petty vandalism from the inmates.
Hey, well, looky here. He's clean. Get out of here.
Need any help?
A totally optional cutscene. Okay. It's amazing how much of this looks like a totally convincing, like, prison courtyard. I guess it's just with the walls and barbed wire and tower in the center, just that, you know, this is all underground on a desolate desert planet.
There's an old trick you can use. You have an old-style filter smoke and a lighter?
I'm gonna smoke the bitch to death?
No, you dumb fuck. You burn the filter and work it into a needle. It's kind of fragile, so you don't want to work it too much. Stab him in the neck and he's done, man.
Shit. I heard of that thing, of course. That's what I'm gonna do.
Well, you're gonna need some practice, so take it easy. Some guys can smell that shit from miles away.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Learning prison tips. How to make your own custom shivs.
There's one that goes from the dining hall over to Zodus Land in Tower 19.
Yeah, and?
Anyway, Padilla, crazy mother, he's been saving up butter and grease for the last 2 months or so.
So what?
And he's also been looking for this guy Cipriano, who used to run drugs.
For the Serranos? Yeah, I know.
He's been running milk for the Serranos, but he's double booked with the Zolas. The Serranos found out and ordered his head.
So Ciprianos are in a sack full of fuck?
Yeah. But he has some crisp connections with Zolas and goes to ground in Tower 19. That's where he's been hiding the last couple of weeks.
And this guy Padilla, he takes a contract?
Right. He's been really busy trying to find a way to get into Zodus Land unnoticed. And he figures...
Oh, the vent.
You're getting ahead of me. Of course the damn vent. Well, this Padilla, he's kind of big.
Oh, okay, yeah, for the vent.
I said, don't get ahead of me.
I feel slightly targeted by this because Kusa's, like, interjections as a way of showing that he's, like, paying attention and engaging with the conversation is totally the same sort of things I would do.
Well, you
tell the story then.
All right, man. I'm sorry.
Well, it ain't long before the creatures get a whiff of all that butter and grease. Padilla was so much seasoned meat. When the Axe find them a few days later, there ain't much left but stain and a stink.
Oh, shit. That reminds me, I'm hungry.
Yeah. Hope you still have an appetite after that. Okay, let's find Basim. See over here. No, that's the dude that lets you play craps. Which, actually, I might as well show that just because I never do it on any of my playthroughs. Or, no, actually, it's near the end of the stream and what I'm wanting to do. I'll save that for next time. Once I get all the different side quests in here.
So you wanna fight me? That's good, cause I can use the prize money. See you in the ring, punk.
Yeah, okay. Whatever. Oh, man. Still, what a wonderful game this is. And an autosave, how nice.
So, you got your challenge. You win, you get 20 UDs. Get into the ring, Mr. Riddick.
Okay.
A newcomer Riddick is going to fight Basim, a bad boy with 5 wins in the last 6 months. You know the rules. Dying time.
All right. None to that. And I got my money. I should quickly check. Oh yeah, and that's right, you still get smokes. Smoking makes pregnant women look cool. Not sure about that, but okay. Yeah, let me check all my stats and such. How much money do I have? Oh yeah, 190. I definitely got enough for next time where I can totally get myself stocked with like a good club weapon, which will make the rest of these ring fights a lot smoother. Although they've been pretty smooth already, all things considered. Yeah. Okay. I'll do a quick save here because that's, on this version, that's the only way to actually make anything resembling a hard save. But yeah. Got all of single max done, showing a little bit of like the first few bits of double max. Yeah. Next time, definitely gonna be going through the most, if not all, of second max on Monday, because I still don't know exactly like how much I'll fit like within like a 2-hour time frame, because it is long. And triple max after that I know is very short. But I got things I can do once we get there and like finish the game potentially earlier than like my time would allow. But yeah. Thanks for anyone that watched. It'll be 2 days from now. We'll be going into deeper into the second act of Escape from Butcher Bay. The best licensed game ever made. I can say that definitively, I feel. So yeah. Have a good night, everybody.